Okay. So, by the way, if our listeners have any dating, relationship, family questions or issues you want Grandma Gail advice on or my advice on, write it to team@excusemygrandma.com. Okay, our first email is, hi, Kim and Grandma Gail. I love the pod. I'm hoping you both can help me figure out how to handle an issue with a guy I just started dating. We only met about 2 weeks ago on Hinge. We're both 29, and we've hung out 5 times in those 2 weeks. Everything is so great when we're together. We have so much to talk about and have lots of fun together. He's so bad at texting and communicating in between dates, though. We'll text about setting up other dates, but he doesn't send check-in messages and sometimes takes almost a day to respond to something. It's very confusing because it feels like I'm almost out of sight, out of mind, but when we're together, it feels so natural. Is this something I should bring up with him or just accept that he's more of an in-person communicator?
This is exactly what we just talked
pretty
about.
Similar.
This is really, this girl, the guy has a life and she should be having a life. Stop worrying about his texting
But you
every
shouldn't
15
feel like you're
minutes.
out of sight, out of mind.
Oh, please. Come on. He calls her to go out for dinner. He can't call somebody all day long. How are you? And hold your hand. This is like high school. This is ridiculous. She's very insecure in her own feelings.
Let's be nice because it's
I don't know
an
this
audience
lady,
member, but yeah.
And I'm for her own good. She better be a little more independent.
That's how she talks to me, Grandma. Like, that's how you talk to me. So, like, I would. They wrote in for the tough love, I'm sure.
I'm sure if they're asking me, they know they're going to get tough love.
Yeah.
Well, here's my caveat to that is I agree, figure out how to feel secure in a relationship. And up until the point where you said he takes a day to respond, I was like, my husband's not. He takes a day to respond. You are out of sight, out of mind. That's what I would say. That's
interesting.
You
Okay.
don't ever, no one needs a day to respond unless he's an ER surgeon,
right.
And he's
or the president.
Right, exactly. Like unless
you're right.
he's like, in the secret, whatever, doesn't have access to a phone. If he's taking a day to respond, he doesn't care about you that much. My husband hates texting, does not like it as a form of communication, didn't text me all day, every day from the first time we met. But he never made me wait that long. There was never a game. Yeah. He always made sure I felt that I knew he was interested. So if you are feeling this, that's your intuition saying this guy's not that into you. You've been on 5 dates. Would be my advice to her is that I would bring it up with him once. Say, look, I love being with you and it's great, but I don't like that you take so long to respond. And this is something that I need. Not be like, you need to do this. It's like, I need somebody who makes me feel seen, heard, and appreciated when we're not together. And if that's not something that you're able to do right now, that's totally fine. Mm-hmm. But I want to be clear. So therefore, you're coming from a position of power as opposed to, well, why can't you do this, right? Yeah. It's like, and then maybe he'll be like, you might be surprised. Some men are just dense, right? So maybe let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he doesn't understand, right? And maybe he gets better. But if he doesn't, that's your answer.
To you, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's your answer. Right. So you never be afraid to leave. Mm-hmm. Women screw themselves over so much by being afraid to leave because even 5 dates, it's like, oh, but I've already been on 5 dates with him. It's like, it's a sunk cost. It's gone.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. We agree for sure.
Yeah.
So again, we're only going to get to one today, but email team@excusemygrandma.com if you want our advice on dating and relationships.
You should really ask Kimmy and not me because I'm in a tough love moment.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We have our different perspectives.